Such is the tranquility, the lull before the storm, that in some parts of remote, rural Corsica, you could believe you were in County Kerry. And as this Mediterranean island prepares to host its annual World Championship rally, the Tour de Corse, you'd be forgiven for thinking that some people were in the wrong place. The voices are so familiar. Cork farmer Billy Coleman and his co-driver Ronan Morgan are putting the final touches to a hectic practice, as Billy is about to explain to team chief Dave Richards, who's just arrived on the island.
Hi. So how's practice? Oh, not bad. All right. So what have you been up to?
Working hard every day.
Really?
7 days a week.
Believe you.
20 hours a day.
Has the weather been like this all the time?
It's, apart from about 2 days, it's been, well, maybe not as warm as this, but generally pretty fine.
And no real problems?
No real problems, no. Could have used another 2 weeks, but that was the way, I suppose.
It's one of the only 2 tarmac events in the World Championship, Monte Carlo being the other one. I would say that it should suit us fairly well. The tarmac here is even nicer than in Ireland. There's no bumps in it. There's certainly very few bumps in it. So I think we'll adapt fairly well. The big problem is the twists and turns. As I said, it's really going to be very difficult to keep your strength up for. One of the stages now is 83 kilometers long, so it's going to be quite difficult to keep that going.
Billy's car for the event is the same one in which he finished 5th on the Circuit of Ireland at Easter.
What do you reckon? Very smooth road, mind you. Not a typical piece of road, I wouldn't have said.
But it's not that bumpy generally, is it?
Bits of it very bumpy.
Really?
Oh yeah, not jumps now, but just, you know, broken surface, broken tarmac, yeah. Surprisingly so, actually.
And how do you think it'll suit you generally, the style?
Well, I think it should suit us, you know, long stages and...
You reckon you fit in that?
Well, that's the big question, yeah.
Certainly we're up against all the best drivers in the world, with the exception of Stig Blomqvist and Michel Mouton. They're not here, but everyone else is here. We've got the best machinery in the world is here. So we'll certainly have tough opposition. We don't expect to do anyway well within the top group, but we're going to have a good stab at it.
It's Billy and Ronan's first taste of competition in Corsica. This is the moment they've been preparing so diligently for. The 1985 Tour de Corse is on, and from the start in Ajaccio, the route heads into the rustic heartland of this beautiful island. Right from the start, the pace being set by the leaders is even hotter than the weather. Lancia, with her 330 horsepower supercharged rally, taking a final curtain call, are the favourites for yet another victory here. Peugeot, current leaders of the World Rally Championship, have 3 four-wheel drive 205 turbos entered, including a brand new winged wonder. And their French rivals Renault are chasing success with a car which hitherto has been a slow starter, the 350 horsepower 5 Maxi Turbo. And Audi, well, they seem quite determined to go out with a bang. It's the end of the road for Walter Rohrl, and this is only special stage 1. Frenchman Bernard Beguin is Billy Coleman's Rothmans Porsche teammate. Bruno Saby is driving Peugeot's second evolution of the Turbo 16, all 430 horsepower of it. Well, alongside all this muscle, the 300 horsepower Rothmans Porsche seems almost underpowered. But their responsive engines and years of development keep them remarkably competitive on a hectic road race like this. The Lancia Challenge is spearheaded by Marco Alain and 2 young Italians, Attilio Bettega in the factory car and Mickey Biazion in the Jolly Club entered machine. But on the 4th special stage, an appalling accident befalls Bettega, with fatality casting a pall of depression over the rally, and several top drivers are severely shaken.
I must say I've been put off a bit by this tragedy today. It's, you know, one can't but be affected, you know. The whole thing has been hard, really. a great driver. Put down.
Did you see anything of the accident, Billy?
He saw the car. The car was not too far off the road. What was it? Maybe 15 feet down. You could actually see the rear spoiler of the car, you know. But I would think he was going very quickly there. It was a bumpy piece of road, and shortly after the beginning of the stage, so possibly his tires hadn't warmed up or something. But I got a hell of a shock when I heard the news afterwards.
Billy, I haven't actually asked you, do you know what position you're lying in?
I haven't a clue, Barry.
What about you, Barry? Have you any idea?
Well, not yet, Barry, because we've had so much trouble. We've slipped back slightly, and the problem is that there's obviously a lot of guys behind us who are going quicker, who are ahead of us. So we won't really know until we get into the regrouping tonight, unfortunately, unless we get some information from other people in the meantime. But it's very difficult for us to sort it out just yet.
Billy, how much time is it losing you, do you think?
A lot of time. The two main gears in this rally is our second and third. You get into fourth occasionally, almost never fifth. Unlike the Circuit of Ireland, where you're in fourth, fifth gear, even pulling maximum speed in fifth at times. But it's a crucial loss. But anyway, it's a hell of a way to go. We're probably not even quarter way through the rally yet, and hope to get it rectified.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Sorry, Barry.
It's all right, no, please, very much.
So, plagued with gear selection difficulties, a sad and pensive Billy Coleman heads for the hills and an afternoon of relentlessly twisting roads and intense heat before the night halt in the north of the island at Bastia. Day 2, and with the Lancias all withdrawn from the event, Jean Ragnotti's Renault has amassed a huge 6.5-minute lead over Saby's Peugeot. After 2 punctures and lengthy delays, Vatanen is 6th, Bernard Beguin's Rothmans Porsche is a strong 3rd, and Coleman is in a hard-earned 5th place.
How are you going to take it now? You had that problem with the puncture last night with a bit of a setback.
That was a shame, yes. Well, we've got a new gearbox now. The mechanics did a marvellous job changing in about 15 minutes last night, so...
OK, please. Go on. Best of luck, Billy.
Regrettably, though, for Coleman, his gearbox trouble is far from over. Not that there's anything wrong with the new box, it's just the linkage itself which is the culprit. No such problems for Ragnotti, however, who had the good fortune to puncture a tire in front of a vast crowd of spectators, only too keen to allow the Frenchman to dispense with a jack. A 2-minute tire change and 3rd fastest time on this test was the result. That's slick pit work. Here on special stage 16, Vatanen crashes out of the rally, leaving Peugeot with just 1 remaining car. Saby's 2nd place is secure and the new Evolution machine is running perfectly. With Beguin secured in 3rd place, the Rothmans Porsche equipe have been struggling to restore Coleman's car to health. Having found the time to put things right, Billy is now making a determined attempt to retake Luba's Alfa Romeo, and with it, 4th place. By the end of the 2nd day, at Calvi on the island's northwest coast, he's done it.
So, Billy, it's been a very good day for you, hasn't it? You must be very pleased now.
Yeah, we're very pleased, Barry. It's exceeded all expectations. If we could pick up another one, it would be absolute magic if we get in 3rd, you know. So,
the gearbox is okay now?
Oh yeah, it's fine now. We lost so much time because of it. But anyway, keep our fingers crossed that that's the end of the trouble.
Calvi to Ajaccio, a gruelling final 12 hours with 10 tough special stages, 2 of them more than 40 miles in length, snaking along the wild and rocky ramparts of Corsica's mountainous western coastline. And with the weather deteriorating fast, tired drivers are now having to contend with low cloud and fog, as well as teeming rain, and all this on a surface as treacherous as glass. The 2 Rothmans Porsches are 3rd and 4th, but Bernard Beguin has now been troubled by a misfire, which is proving difficult to trace. However, he's still so far ahead of Coleman, only a complete mechanical failure is going to hand 3rd place to Ireland. Demonstrating the obvious potential of Peugeot's new car, Saby has nevertheless rarely extended it, so second place is a satisfactory outcome, even if they've had to give best to the spectacular Ragnotti and a rejuvenated Renault team who've had to wait a long time for this latest success. It's been 3 years since their last major triumph. To have beaten Peugeot on home ground is a fine achievement. And at the end of the last special stage, the delight of the mechanics is as obvious as most of the crew. Mind you, these Frenchmen have a funny way of showing it.
J'avais dit le 3.
Franco-Irish relationships are no less cordial, if rather more conventional.
You're looking a bit tired.
Yeah, we've just about made it. Oh.
What do you mean just about?
Oh, we're exhausted. Absolutely. I don't think we can go another 100 miles. Yeah, we've had everything today. Heavy rain, fog, cloud down on top of the mountain. Very hard going. I thought this one was never end. It was over 50 miles, and I don't know how long we're in it. We must be an hour and 20 minutes or something, I think, you know. So, something else.
Very pleased though, Billy. Very good.
We're absolutely delighted, yeah.
So, congratulations Renault, and our congratulations also to Rothmans Porsche, Ronan Morgan, and of course, Billy Coleman.